Hey guys, today I'm here again with Bill O'Hanlon. We shot an interview and you guys loved it, I see. And I'm actually bringing Bill here again for a different topic. For those who don't know Bill, I'm going to tell a little bit about him. He's a guy with a specialist in actually writing books. He wrote more than, look at this.
30 books. There's about 20 of them there.
There's about 20 of them. This is an awesome photo. Sorry guys, I have to show you guys. And he actually coached 100 books or
over
more.
100 books into existence. My goal is to coach over 1,000 books from other people into publication. Yeah.
That's awesome, 1,000 books. Now, I'm bringing him here this time for a different reason. He just did a uber successful launch about his course. What was the course about, Bill?
Well, first, I used product launch formula to do my launch. So
awesome.
That's the first thing. And the course is helping people write their books in record time because people are so busy they don't have time to write. But I have these fast writing methods and a way to get them to organize their books so it goes quicker. And then to get it published despite the odds because people, even when they write the book, sometimes don't know how to get it out there to readers or to find a publisher.
Awesome. And we are going to go a little bit more in depth of your super successful launch, but I want to know, how did you start?
Writing books? I was a psychotherapist. I helped people in my office. And
couples?
Yes, I was trained as a couples and family therapist, but then I just did general, and I learned hypnosis from a very interesting teacher named Milton Erickson. So I began to generalize in all kinds of problems, anxiety and depression and other things too as a psychotherapist. But then I got angry about my field. I didn't think it was very effective. I thought sometimes people were treated badly, and so I got upset and I wanted to find a new way. Yes. So I had to go outside my office and tell people about this new way, and I began to speak. Even though I was a shy person, I began to speak, and people liked my ideas, and they asked me to speak more. And after 10 years of speaking, so many people come up to me, "Where's your book?" "Oh, I don't have a book. I don't write. I'm not a good writer. I'm too hyper. I can't sit down and type. I'm too antsy." "Oh, no, we need your book. We need your book." "No, I can't write a book." After so many people, okay, it's time to write a book. And I found it really hard. It was blood on the keyboards. I hated to write. But I wanted to get my ideas out, so I persisted. But I also didn't know how to get published. So I was so passionate about my topic, I just stumbled around and made many mistakes until I figured out how to get published. And then now, 36 books later, I've learned very well how to do it, and people come up, "Oh, you wrote books, how do I do this?" And it takes more than 5 minutes to explain, so I made a course.
Awesome, awesome. And when you came to launch the course, how was the process? I mean, did you actually start it and your first launch was awesome and you made so much money and then you...
No, that's why I came to learn product launch formula, because I was getting it out, people were buying it, and they were writing books. I did coach some books into existence, but I knew I could make a bigger impact and make more money too, because I wanted to support the work I was doing, and I wanted to stay home more because I've been traveling all around the world 3 or 4 times a month. So I determined I'm going to learn this marketing process, and I studied several different methods, and I didn't think they were very effective, and they didn't work for me. And I tried them, and I bought the $97 course. It just wasn't that much to it, and it didn't help that much. Okay. Finally, I came across product launch formula. I thought, this makes sense. And I also came to a live event, which I saw 2 people stand up, and they didn't seem all that sophisticated, and they were making a lot of money. One was a woman who seemed disorganized, and she was kind of flaky, and she said, "Oh yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I bought product launch formula. I launched to my small list, and I made $80,000. And I'm sitting in the audience thinking, this is a real person who's standing up here, and she didn't know what she was doing, and she made $80,000. I'm not making that much with my course, and I know I can make more money and get it to more people. I'm going to learn this process."
Awesome. How was your first launch?
The first launch, I did a small test launch because I knew I was going to make mistakes, and I didn't know it exactly. And it's one thing learning it in theory, it's another thing doing it in practice. And I made a mistake, but even though I made a mistake, I made $9,000, which is the most I'd ever made releasing a product. Then I did it again with a little more people on my email list, and I made $25,000.
Well, now we're talking business.
That's all of a sudden, that's more than I can make when I go out and teach. And I was like, this is very good, but I know I can do better. So I did a full product launch. I I studied, I worked on it, I made the course better, and I learned how to do this product launch formula really well. And I just did a launch. It was done 2 days ago, and I brought in $130,000.
$130,000.
I always read these stories online of people making money. I thought, oh, that's them. I'm not sure I can do that. But now, I'm not only sure I can do it, but I think I can double that next time.
Awesome, awesome. And what are your next projects?
Well, actually, I have two.
Are you staying just with this course, or are you
No,
kind of expanding?
I will probably relaunch this course next year or in 6 or 7 months. But I have two courses, and you actually are interested in this other course.
Of course.
During my psychotherapy career, I studied with this very eccentric psychiatrist who taught me hypnosis, and a different kind of hypnosis than the "you will go deeply into trance." That stuff scares me. I don't like that. He had a gentle approach to hypnosis that said, you have the answer within, and with hypnosis we can make the answer. So this is called Ericksonian hypnosis. So that's going to be my second course launch. And I look forward to applying the product launch formula to that, and I think it's going to touch a lot of people in the world and make me some good money too.
Awesome, awesome. And one thing I would like to acknowledge you for is that you're a psychotherapist, which by itself is out there doing the good, right? So helping people, deal with what they have to deal. At the same time, you look for other ways to actually increase this impact. And then besides actually making a lot of money, which is 100,000, I see your launches growing as I see, and I've seen them before, right? And I see the progression, and I can see you impacting millions of people, right? And that's...
I love that. I would love that. And I think one of the things is I had no training as a therapist, as many people don't in their profession, on how to market. It's like having a gift you want to give people, but no hands to give them the gift. And the marketing are the hands that you can hand people the gift. And I feel so happy to have found really effective hands that people can receive my gift. It's a gift to me, product launch formula.
Awesome. And for some people who are there, who hasn't achieved the kind of result that you have achieved,
yes,
right? What would be your number one or number two, I don't know, tip for them?
I would think 2 tips. Yeah, I don't want to make it complicated, but the first thing is find the right person, system to study, because they're not all created equal. I tried a bunch of things. They didn't produce 130,000 in results, guaranteed. I worked hard at them. They weren't the right system. So find the right system first. Secondly, you have to do it. You can't just study it. You have to do it and make mistakes and then correct those mistakes and do it again. My teacher who I mentioned, Milton Erickson, the man who taught me hypnosis, he had a saying. He said, if you fall on your face, at least you're heading in the right direction.
Awesome.
So you got to move forward even if you fall down. Pick yourself up, and you're at least a little closer to your goal. So that's the 2 pieces of advice I would give.
Awesome, dude. Well, thank you very much for the generosity.
Thank you again, Erico. It's always nice to talk to you, and hello to everyone. And this is the guy to study with.
Thank you.